Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Mario here, and I'm Sonic the Hedgehog here, and we're back from the Maxi Toys, and welcome back to my last play of New Super Mario Bros. Wii for the Nintendo Wii. So last time we actually did finally conclude World 1, everything we had collected, like star coins, and just only one secret exit in World 1. And today for this episode, we're about to be exploring World 2, which takes place in the Desert Sand Oasis area. Now, if you guys should know that, as I said earlier in the last videos, that the world map layout in World 2 is actually a lot different than World 1. Is that in World 1's world map, it takes in like the horizontal design, but then in World 2, that it actually gets like a vertical design. So basically, that is the only differences between these two maps. I think it also goes the same likes of the other worlds too, but we'll get into those until a little bit later. So first off, we're going to be heading to level 2-1, so let's go ahead and get this started then, shall we? Yeah, and I believe in this level we're actually going to be introduced to these little sand puff-up things, obstacles here. So, yeah, let's get started then. Yeah, I remember that we used to actually did play this game for the first time around back in 2009 when we got this at launch day. Then we usually got stuck in this level for the longest time because of the star coin locations. But even then, I found these first two are quite easy to find. So the first one was actually pretty simple. You have to go right over there and then wait for this little sand stuff to actually come up. And then once you time your jump just right there, you should be able to reach it from up there. So, yeah. Oh yeah, there's something I want to mention about this level right here is that when Duffy and White Teddy seems to actually done this level with Stuart back in around the same time as when New Super Mario Bros. U was actually came out along with the Wii U as well. That seems those two actually did a bit of mistakes on this level. I think it's mostly because of the final star coin at the end. In fact, we'll show this to you when we actually get into it. There's the second star coin. It's located just around here. In fact, using the fire flower for this stage is actually really helpful if you're trying to deal with some piranha plants right here, because obviously killing those piranha plants will actually just using those fireballs, and that's all you do. So, this is where the third star coin comes into play. You see that paratrooper is flying about across these little sand rapids. All you have to do is just time your, jump on him just right, and then as you can see, there's a star coin down there. In order to do so, toss the Koopa shell at it, because yeah, it's just like the original DS game. Oh, can we live? Oh, that was so lucky. Yeah, so, yeah, or you can actually just use it with the propeller mushroom, but unfortunately we don't have a propeller mushroom with us, so what we have to do is like in a regular way. So yeah, I think that's what happens is that they're constantly just using the A button so that they'll actually do a little bubble type of gimmick. So yeah, you remember that time, right? Yeah, and which I found is really hilarious sometimes because obviously they always seem to actually have some, you know, some struggling moments like getting a third star coin. So yeah, we remember the old times, didn't we? Yeah, in fact, that's yours always happens in these funny times, doesn't it? Yeah.
Oh, you stupid piranha.
We gotta be careful.
No! Oh my god. Oh my god.
You should have let me go first.
Okay, hang on. I'll do it. Oh, no! Oh god.
You son of a... We will be right back after this. Dream on.
This time we're not
Wait.
going to push the flippin' A button.
Not that I did that.
Yeah, do miss the old times, doesn't it? Yeah, I know that. So, let's move on to the next level, level 2-2, where we actually go into introduction to carrying these barrels right there. Yeah, that seems to be redundant. And also, that we actually come across into the returning enemies since Super Mario Bros. 3, there's our spikes. So, at least the green versions of spikes though. yeah, if you remember the Spike enemies from, even though he would become a boss fight in Mario Party 9, and then he'll become a playable character in Mario Party 10, which some people seem to actually think this is a really odd design choice. But, basically, he's chucking those spike balls at us, so we just have to dodge the spike balls and hope for the best. Just try to avoid them as many times as you wanted to. So, yeah, that's all that matters anyway. And yeah, there's a little one-up performing trick you can do here. Like, basically, if you come across into this elevator sequence, even though it takes a few seconds to actually go all the way up, but if you actually kick the Koopa shell at the all like 8 of them, if I remember rightly, you get a 1-up. So that's pretty handy though. And there's a checkpoint right there, but we'll touch that. But before we continue, we need to go down into this little sinking sand hole, because if we actually wait there for a few seconds, just like how it does it in the level 6-A in the original New Super Mario Bros., is that if we actually go all the way down there, well, first of all, we got ourselves a P-switch to activate, which actually summons the blue coins. Even then, it only counts just only 1 coin collected. I thought it was gonna be like, let's say about, 2 coins, or I don't know, maybe 5 coins, just like Super Mario 64, but I digress though. And the reason being we're going down in this particular part is that there's a first star coin, so, however though, we need to dodge the... Are you kidding me? Yeah, the only odd thing about this is that when it comes to actually getting hit by the even then, when the spike ball has actually hit the wall or against the wall, then originally they were supposed to disappear, but then somehow it actually acted out as you actually still get hit by it. So that's a bit odd though. Alright, the second star coin, you see these little 4 brick blocks over there? Well, all you have to do is just hit the one on the far left, and if you hit it just barely, then you should be able to get yourselves a beanstalk. So, what that leads you to? Well, as soon as we actually climb up to the beanstalk and find out. So let's see how this is implemented. So we got ourselves a moving platform, which actually, if you stand on that, then you should be able to collect some more coins. Man, we love collecting some more of these coins, come to think of it. Yeah, I know that, right? And there's a power block right there, but we need to actually save this and just carry it over, so that we can actually grab ourselves a second star coin, along with some bunch of coins as well. But, yeah, at least we actually got 38 lives at this point, so, you know. Now, for the third and final star coin, we need to get a specific power-up in order to actually just reach to it, because even then, although there's a mini pipe down there, but it's been blocked by these barrels, but first things first, we need to take care of this spike over there. But however though, you remember how in the old school games that you usually did have, like, if you go into a different segment of the, you know, trying to revisit in the exact same location, the enemies do eventually respawn itself, so even then, once you did originally go to try to stomp them, then occasionally it'll just respawn itself, so anyways. Alright, so here we have the Mini Mario, or in this case the Mini Mushroom, yeah, the Mini Mushroom, frick, I can't speak today. Yeah, the Mini Mushroom is now back since the first game, or the first in the New Super Mario Bros. Game eventually, and just like how it does it before, or just like in its predecessor, and you can actually jump slightly higher, and you can also go through these mini pipes, as you can see right there. What's cool about the Mini Mushroom is that it's, well, just like before, you run on water, so yeah, it's pretty cool. But if you're stuck on here for too long, then you might as well actually just swim on the water, so I guess that's the only thing I just want to think of for until now. So anyway, so let's go ahead and just trying to figure it out. We need to get a super mushroom, but we don't want to accidentally die with the mini mushroom, because obviously if we die with mini mushroom, or Mini Mario rather, then we have to restart to collect the star coin collectathon again. Because, yes, much like the small Mario form, that, you can only have, like, 1 minute of, health. So, yeah, if you get hit by a spike ball as Mini Mario, then you still count as death. Or in this case, you lose life. So, luckily, though, we actually did avoid the spike at the end. So, because if we actually accidentally got hit by him, then, we might as well just have to restart to collect these star coins again. Alright, so let's go back ourselves again. While using the super mushroom anyways. So now let's move on to level 2-3. Before we get into that, let's just see how much items we got. I think we got 3 super mushrooms, 2 propeller mushrooms, 1 ice flower, and 1 starman, and 1 fire flower. So, at least that will be good to go from that part. Yeah, I can guarantee you to that. Okay, so if we remember rightly, this level actually incorporates the underground level, because if I can tell already, because there's a yellow pipe, first things first. And then, would you know it? It is. So, the main gimmick of this level right here is that we're gonna go wandering around in the dark. So, in order to get the light, is by basically just constantly shooting those fireballs at you, at some directions, because obviously, the fire, as far as when this level is concerned, it can be really helpful in this level, especially when these piranha plants actually comes in, like... Some piranha plants actually spews out some fireballs, so you can clearly see where the pathways are. So, including this little fire stuff, which somehow has been sealed in this little metallic block. But even then, they're not much of a threat whatsoever, because you know how in Super Mario Bros. 3 that you usually just have some little candle. Oh gosh, flame snakes! Yeah, just like how it does in Super Mario Bros. 3, and I believe New Super Mario Bros. On the DS as well, that usually the fire snakes has been come back, so even then you can't kill them with the fire ability at all, so basically that he's completely invulnerable to the fireball attacks, so that's all those to it. Oh, you kidding me? Well, at least we only got about 6 1-ups. Yes, if you actually just activate the P switch, and then just kill those spinies at all when you're trying to activate it, then you can actually get yourselves 6 1-ups, which really comes in handy, especially when you're trying to actually get, you know. But even then, we don't have to get as many lives as we can do now, because we only got about... Oh, Starman! Yeah, if you grab a Starman, this is where the Starman is supremely helpful in this level, because you can actually see everything is going on. Like the star coin locations, enemies will come across, or long stretches where nothing happens, and stuff like that. So, even then, if you actually just quickly hit the question mark block for certain points of the level, then you can actually get yourselves a whole bunch of Starmans if you actually get your timing quicker enough. So yeah, that'd be pretty awesome actually. Oh, speaking of such, there's another one over there. Oh jeez, Starman, you're a lifesaver. So yeah, we gotta say that much. So yeah, so we're blazing this level quite really quickly around here. So that might be sounds... Oh my gosh, how can that fireball come out of nowhere? I have no idea where that's coming from. Probably an invisible piranha plant or something. But no matter, Mario, because we're at the end. So, there's a Koopa Troopa right there. I wonder if how... I guess the infinite 1-up or infinite lives trick doesn't seem to work. Yes, there is a 1-up trick you can perform, but I have no exactly where you actually just to do it. But, usually it's quite tricky just to do it. Or else until we get to New Super Mario Bros. 2, that some toys need to do that remake playthrough sometime in the future, or in this case sometime in this summer, then, you know. Alright, here we go, onto the second tower level in World 2-Tower. And then the Koopaling we're about to fight against is none other than Roy Koopa. So, he was originated from Super Mario Bros. 3, just like every single Koopalings every single Koopalings is actually in the every single aspect of the first appearance, at least in Super Mario Bros. 3. That originally you did fight him on I think it's on which one is it actually incorporated on? I think it's the Sky World in Super Mario Bros. 3. So, and I'm not exactly sure on Super Mario World though. But if I remember rightly correctly, but although I may be wrong about that, although it's not windy or anything, or in this case it's not in Chocolate Island because oh yeah, it's actually on the Forest of Illusion. So yeah. Alright, let's see what we can go in here. We just only got a 1-up, so that's how this goes. Alright, let's just deal with that, and now we can continue on, and trying to climb through those fences, because just like how it does in the predecessor, then you can actually climb up to these little cages, just like before. So, if we did miss anything, no, we haven't exactly. Oh good, there's a star coin just right over there, so it's just only the left side that you can actually just approach into it. So, yeah, that's basically what we can get. And also, you occasionally, in some levels in these tower levels, or in this case, on the castle level where we get into later, that, we got ourselves in a projectile we need to avoid. Oh yeah, before we going into that, there's a second star coin, because usually you're gonna have to check in these little invisible walls so that it does have a bit of some hole in there to it, because obviously, although they're quite well hidden for trying to get those other collectibles like coins, and even most importantly, star coins. So yeah, you gotta check on every single wall in the game, people, because sometimes there were quite hidden for the star coins department. So yeah, at least we're actually doing this game as a remake playthrough, so we guys can show you where the star coin locations are. So yeah, at least if you haven't played the game before, then you know exactly where they are. So yeah. And because since this is a 2009 game, so it has been out for 7 years, almost, or in this case, almost 7 years now. So even then, it was only first released in November in 2009. So yeah. And there's the last star coin. It's just right onto here. So that's basically pretty simple. So yeah, you gotta have to mind these projectiles that one of the I believe it's one of the Koopalings actually trying to cause all that. Or maybe it's something else. I guess we'll just have to find out eventually. Alright then, let's have a fight against Roy Koopa. And yeah, if you couldn't tell, that Roy was actually a playable character in Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games, at least in the 3DS so far, so if he does like this ability, which he can actually do a temporarily ground pound, be sure to jump just right until you actually don't get stunned. So nonetheless though, still is pretty easy boss fight, so yeah, at least every single Koopalings so far is predictably pathetically easy. Whilst compared to Super Mario World, at least in my opinion anyway, they are quite challenging. Or in this case, Super Mario Bros. 3 for that matter. Now Roy is about to jump all over the place and just hit into the castle itself. Yeah, so naturally speaking, that we're almost done with World 2, so we're literally halfway done here. Let's see what we got in here. Just Toad saving thing. But we'll pass on that part. But anyways, we're gonna have to finish this video here. So next time on Let's Play New Super Mario Bros. Wii is that we're about to hopefully finishing World 2 up. So see you guys next time. Later, fellas.